right now.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It is August 27th and it is Friday. Happy
and we
Friday.
want to begin with a look at the White House. This is a live look at the White House where President Biden is vowing to use any force necessary to protect U.S. troops as they try to help the thousands of Americans and Afghans still stuck in that tense situation.
And evacuation flights are still taking off from the Kabul airport this morning following yesterday's deadly bombings. At least 13 U.S. service members were killed, along with over 100 Afghans.
Hundreds more hurt after those explosions. And to make matters worse, the U.S. Embassy in Kabul warning that the attacks might not be over.
So what's next as we get closer to the August 31st deadline? And how is San Antonio feeling the shockwave of yesterday's deadly attack? That's coming up in a live report.
This story is number one in today's 9 at 9. U.S. officials say they are prepared to take stern action against ISIS-K, the group claiming responsibility for the bombing attack at the airport in Afghanistan. The death toll is now over 100, including 13 American service members.
Bexar County is reporting 45 COVID-related deaths over the past 2 days. Health officials say all of them were unvaccinated people. Mayor Ron Nirenberg adding that each death was preventable. The good news, positive cases are slowing in Bexar County.
The CDC says more than 600,000 Americans have received an additional dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That number only includes people at higher risk of catching the virus. The third dose will be available to all Americans starting in late September.
The Supreme Court has blocked the CDC's extended eviction moratorium, allowing property owners to begin evicting millions of Americans who are behind on rent. The court ruled that the CDC does not have power to impose the rent freeze.
Forecasters warning that Tropical Storm Ida could become the strongest storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. The warm Gulf water is expected to fuel the storm, leading to rapid intensification. Hurricane watches are in effect for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama.
Former President Donald Trump is facing a lawsuit for his role in the January attack on the U.S. Capitol. 7 U.S. Capitol police officers are suing the former president, his allies, and extremist groups for what they went through that day. More than 600 people are facing criminal charges for their roles in the riot.
The FDA blocking the sale of 55,000 flavored e-cigarette products, claiming the creators are targeting young people. As of yesterday, vaping products are required to be reviewed by the FDA. They currently have applications from more than 500 companies covering more than 6 million tobacco products.
The first murder hornet nest of the year has been destroyed, according to the Washington State Department of Agriculture. The next was found in a tree in Washington State. Crews used vacuums to remove the nest. Murder hornets target honeybees and other vital insects.
And Princess Cruise Line is abandoning its plans to sail 2 of their ships this year, the Diamond Princess and the Island Princess. Passengers have until September 30th to get a full refund, or they will automatically be moved to another voyage. And that's today's 9 at 9. So when they remove the killer bees with is that looks like your everyday, ordinary, run-of-the-mill vacuum that you clean your carpet with at home?
I'm sure it's specialized.
Or was it?
Hopefully more powerful.
I was going to say.
to solve the problem.
Although your vacuum cleaner at home should be pretty powerful.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. They look like stormtroopers out there getting the bees in their white uniforms.
I know one person who's not vacuuming today because it's his big day. Oh, yeah.
No vacuuming for you.
No vacuuming today.
I can say that I will not vacuum today. That will not happen. Yes, thank you very much. Guys, we're looking at some
We didn't say what we didn't say what it was, though. We just said it was your day.
Happy birthday.
So we just assume everybody knows it's your birthday.
Yes, I'm an old man. Well,
no.
Not yet. How old are you now?
39.
Oh, you're not old yet.
Young 39.
I'm getting there.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Let's look at the radar because we do have some showers out there this morning. Some showers lining up along the Texas coast. And I think we're going to see quite a bit more as we get into the afternoon, especially along the coast. But even here in San Antonio, we could see some isolated showers and storms or even scattered activity later today. Had a few showers there around Hallettsville, just south of Shiner. Those are beginning to sort of fall apart. So it's just some cloud cover at this point. Here's a look at the rain chances today. If you're heading out to Friday Night Football, have the umbrella just in case. There is a 40% chance of some showers and storms. I'd say between 3 and 7. That's kind of our time frame. That's where we saw some activity yesterday. any of these downpours could put down some good rain. 70s and 80s out there at this hour, and the forecast today takes us up to about 93, 94 for high with those easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're also tracking the latest on Hurricane Ida. Could become or Tropical Storm Ida now, but could become a major hurricane. We'll have more on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Taking a look out at TransGuide, a little bit of a holdup there at Highway 281 and St. Mary's. So, there you can see there's a car on the side of the road, so be careful out there. And we are keeping a close eye on the crisis in Afghanistan. Evacuation flights are underway with new urgency a day after 2 deadly attacks in Kabul.
Now, U.S. officials say more attacks are expected. CNN's Britt Conway has a look at what happens from here.
Devastation in Kabul. 2 deadly attacks outside the gates of the airport. Dozens of Afghans were killed, along with multiple U.S. service members.
Their legacy will be the thousands of Afghans, little girls and little boys, who are alive today.
Massachusetts Representative Seth Moulton saw the evacuation efforts firsthand during his widely criticized trip to Kabul this week.
It was absolutely extraordinary.
And the evacuations continue, a desperate race against time. ISIS-K has claimed responsibility for the attacks, and the Department of Defense says more attacks are imminent. That could mean everything from rocket attacks to suicide bombings, either by car bomb or vest, like what happened Thursday. U.S. officials say they're hunting down the attackers at the same time they're trying to prevent more attacks, even turning to the Taliban for help and sharing intelligence.
We cut down the information we give the Taliban. They don't get the full range of information we have, but we give them enough to act in time and space to try to prevent these attacks. And we believe that some attacks have been thwarted by them.
But there's no plan right now for additional U.S. troops. And the August 31st deadline for troops to leave remains. I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Hundreds of Afghan refugees have already arrived here in San Antonio, and more are expected in the coming weeks. The Center for Refugee Services says they've been busy helping families who anxiously wait for their family members to arrive.
Alicia Beretta is live outside the Center for Refugee Services in North San Antonio, where there's a great need for donations. And Alicia, what is it that is needed most to help families?
Hey, Stephanie, good morning. Well, right now they're in emergency mode, so really what they need is money. Earlier, I spoke to the executive director for Center for Refugee Service, Margaret Costantino, and she tells me they really don't have enough time right now or enough manpower, so volunteers to really sort through the gently used donations that they're usually asking for. So right now it's money, but also if there are any new items out there, that's what they'll need. The best option is to head to their website at sarefugees.org/donate. All donations will go directly towards Center for Refugee Services to help purchase the emergency items. So what are those? They ask that these items be new. Here are the emergency items needed for these Afghan refugees. New blankets, new towels, new washcloths, new toiletry items, toilet paper, just any items that you need just to settle down. Center for Refugee Service tells me already there are 600 Afghans in San Antonio, and these families here are worried sick about their loved ones, wondering when and if they'll be able to see them again.
From everything I'm hearing, this is not the worst of the worst. There's going to be a real carnage in Afghanistan. My heart is broken over this. Just watching these wonderful people suffer and knowing there's nothing we can really do.
All they can do is continue to help refugees who do make it safely to San Antonio. And of course, Center for Refugee Services, as well as these families who have been arriving here, are thankful for the community support. So again, the big push right now is for those monetary donations. That way they can go purchase exactly the items, the new items that they need for these families. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Top stories we're following today. A man facing charges after police say he shot at a man and his family.
The father was hit by gunfire. This all happened a little after 1 this morning on Monticello Court. But that's not where police found the victim and his family. They were able to drive to a nearby H-E-B parking lot to call for help. First responders were able to rush him to the hospital. He had a gunshot wound to the shoulder.
As for the shooter, police say he ran away, but it turns out a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy who happened to be in the area noticed a man running down the street and chased after him.
The deputy cornered him in the backyard of a home and had to use his taser to take him into custody. Investigators believe he is the shooting suspect. This situation is still under investigation.
And police also busy with another shooting investigation, this one happening at an RV park on the city's southeast side.
Police say they got the shooting call around 2 this morning at the Bronick Lake RV Resort. The scene had a large police response. Investigators tell us a man stepped out of his trailer to confront 3 other men who were making loud noises. They say he told the 4 men in the pickup truck to keep it down. And that's when one of the men got down from the truck and punched him in the face, knocking him to the ground.
Investigators say that man who was punched went back into his trailer, got his gun, and then shot one of those 4 men, hitting him in the leg. They say the other 3 guys just went after and beat that man up, taking his gun. Then one of those 3 shot that man with his own gun. The 3 were arrested. The 2 with gunshots were taken to the hospital, and the investigation continues.
And time now is 9:08. It's about 80 degrees out there.
A child gets a gift many of us take for granted, the ability to hear. KSAT executive producer Jason Foster joins us live for the next half hour to talk about this emotional journey with his 2-year-old son.
Plus, now you see it, now you don't. What caused a business in Phoenix to explode? The story next in Morning Headlines.
In your morning headlines, wildfires in California threatening homes and popular vacation destinations, plus an explosion that was felt hundreds of yards away, caught on camera.
And an intense scene after a woman crashes into a home and then sets it on fire. Plus, New York firefighters have a new pet, and it's a pretty penny. RJ Marquez is here with all of those stories.
Yes.
That sounds cute.
Yes, it is. A great way to end our segment because we have a lot of, let's just say, interesting videos to show you guys. A lot of stuff that was caught on camera. And let's go ahead and start with this wildfire in Northern California. Take a look behind me. That's burning everything in its path. As you saw right there, flames shooting high in the sky as it moves closer to Lake Tahoe and is now putting thousands of lives in danger. The Caldor fire has burned over 136,000 acres and is still only about 12% contained this morning. More than 600 buildings are destroyed and nearly 3,000 firefighters are working day and night to fight the blaze. Hundreds of people have left their homes, and the fear is that this wildfire will reach the southern part of the lake, forcing out thousands more who say they do not know where they will go.
Well, I don't know. You just don't know what you're going to do.
I never thought I'd see a fire like this up here ever again. Everything's so dry. And where I live, and a lot of people too around me, if it goes, it's gonna go.
Yeah, fire officials say the hot and dry conditions will not let up today, so it's a race against time. Officials say wildfires in California have scorched more than 1.6 million acres this year alone. Okay, now to Arizona, where an explosion at a printing shop shook an entire neighborhood, and it was all caught on camera. Take a listen. That right there is a roof exploding at a strip mall in Chandler yesterday morning. This dash camera video captured the moment where the sonic boom shook cars and windows. The blast was felt hundreds of yards away. 4 people were inside the building when this explosion took place. 2 are now in intensive care, but officials say they are lucky to be alive.
All of a sudden I hear like a sonic boom. All my windows shook like I was shaking, like what happened?
There was black and brown debris everywhere in the sky, and I saw it all fly up and fall down the whole building, and my ears started ringing.
Yeah, scary scene there. Fire officials evacuated all 15 businesses in the shopping center and 30 homes in the area. Police say they're not looking for any suspects and don't believe the explosion is an arson case at the moment. Okay, moving on here. The driver, check this story out here. This is an interesting story out of Ontario, Canada. A driver rams into a garage several times with their car and then sets the home on fire. And this was also all caught on camera. So the driver crashed the blue car into the garage and then she reverses out. You saw that just right there. She takes out the door and appears to accelerate into the garage again. A couple of workers down the street saw the incident. They rushed over to help, but said they noticed the woman was trying to set the car now on fire.
I had her out down about to the sidewalk. She was screaming, pulling away, and then she got away from me and she ran somewhere down the house, side of the house, and I didn't see her again. That's when the fire.
Yeah, interesting scene. Moments later, smoke, as you see right there, coming out from the garage, and then flames just destroy the home and both cars in that driveway. So police arrested this woman and still trying to figure out if this is a case related to her mental health. The 37-year-old driver is facing several charges. One person was inside the home and escaped when they heard all of the commotion downstairs. Okay, so let's end this on a good note here. Move over, Dalmatians. There's a little baby pig who's taking the spotlight at one New York City fire station in Brooklyn. Check her out. Penny, the fire pig, is 3 months old and was adopted by firefighter Darren Harris. Penny spends much of her time hanging out with Dad and the other firefighters at Engine 239. She's also an emotional support pet. So she'd become a bit of a celebrity there, local celebrity, with many people stopping by to take pictures with the piglet and feed her some snacks. Harris says Penny will likely be about 50 pounds when she's fully grown. An interesting note to this, David and Stephanie, that the firefighters there have actually changed their diet. They're not eating any pork around Penny.
Oh, that's very considerate. Yeah.
That is very considerate, yeah.
Oh, well, I noticed they were feeding the little guy, the little boy, and the pig at the same time, and it's like the pig and the little boy are trying to
going for snacks.
Go for the snacks.
I love the little fire hat they give Penny.
Yeah.
That was so
cool
cute.
Stuff. Great video.
Penny, the fire station pig.
There you go.
Aw, that is super cute.
Like that. All right. I don't know how we're going to get to Justin after that one.
We need to wish him a happy birthday.
There's not a good segue other than
happy birthday.
Thank you very much. And I thought it was awesome that Penny was eating Cheerios. You know,
is that I was trying to figure out
it's
what
like
it
Cheerios.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good snack.
Diet. Good and healthy. Penny's going to be in good shape.
Good.
Let's look at the radar. We've got some showers out in the Gulf of Mexico. And you know what? It looks like there's a little bit of area of low pressure out there. Don't worry. This is not a tropical system. We're not worried about this being tropical in any way. It's not associated with Ida, but it is a little disturbance. It's going to roll into Texas, and it should bring us some decent rain chances today. We're obviously seeing that along the coast. We've had a few showers pop up there around Hallettsville, a few showers just east of Victoria. As we get into the afternoon, like yesterday, you get some of that heating, get some instability. We should get some showers and storms going. We're going to call for scattered activity today. Let's fast forward to 2 o'clock. Our computer model shows some of those downpours developing along I-10, maybe moving through San Antonio around 7 o'clock. They're still out there, but after 7, you'll start to see a lot of this die down. Still think we could see a shower or two overnight just because this area of low pressures or little disturbances moving over top of us. And then tomorrow, on your Saturday, we do it all again, scattered showers and storms. But after tomorrow, rain chances start to diminish, and it's going to get pretty hot next week. Here's a look at the rain chances for today. And it's that 3 to 7 time frame that I think rain chances are probably at their best. So grab the umbrella as you go out the door this morning. And with Friday Night Football, be aware there could be some downpours around. Sunny skies right now. Temperatures 80 at the airport, 84 Stinson, 82 Kelly, 79 at Randolph with east-northeasterly winds. And you can see the cloud-free skies here, but clouds are just off to our east, and they'll start to develop here next couple of hours. 79 Carrizo Springs, 83 Del Rio, 75 Rock Springs, and 78 with that shower nearby in Victoria. Forecast highs today, a little cooler than yesterday just because I think the clouds and any sort of rain will help us out a little bit. 93, heat index will be close to 99. There still will be a few spots where heat index values get up close to 100. So we have this little disturbance moving through, and then down in the Caribbean, obviously, we have Tropical Storm Ida, but producing very heavy rain right now in Cuba, and winds right now are at 60 miles per hour. Still going to stay fairly weak because it's got to cross over the landmass here of Cuba, but once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, we do expect that there will be some rapid strengthening. Fast forward to Sunday, 1 a.m., winds 100 miles per hour. This is a Category 2 storm bearing down on what we now believe to be Louisiana, or at least that's what we think the path will be. As we get into Sunday, 1 p.m., 115 mile per hour winds. This is a Category 3 storm and a major hurricane. Hurricane watches have been posted for most of Louisiana, and this is going to be a big problem here. Winds are still at 100 miles per hour Monday, 1 a.m., and this is going to produce flooding, storm surge. Obviously, the very strong winds will do some damage. If you're traveling east out of San Antonio, I wouldn't advise it this weekend if you have plans to go through Louisiana because it is going to get pretty nasty there. Storm surge, We're thinking 7 to 11 feet right now. That's just preliminary. I think some of these numbers could go a little bit higher, but we know that this is very low-lying area here. The storm surge is going to be huge in New Orleans. Is going to have to really watch out from this. For this as it moves in. So 40% chance of rain today, tomorrow, 20% chance Sunday. Tropical moisture stays generally well to our east, and temperatures are going to crank up next week on the backside of that system. For us, we'll get some drier air, and on Tuesday, that temperature will be resembling Steph's favorite band from the 90s, 98 degrees.
That's not mine.
Wow. Oh, come on.
But I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you're a Backstreet Boys fan then, right?
I get confused with Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, and NSYNC.
Yeah. They're pretty similar.
It's pretty similar. All right. Thanks, Justin.
I don't get confused about those.
Oh, okay.
Still ahead on GMSA at 9, out local high school students are taking their mental health battles to the stage with a goal of bringing awareness to other people.
And welcome back. It's 9:25. High school students at the Centers of Applied Science and Technology, or CAST, have been working hard to bring their mental health struggles to life for an onstage performance.
The group hopes to bring to light common issues adolescents face, including fear, anxiety, community violence, and a lot more. This morning, CAST students will perform their adaptation of the book Tofala Toro, 3 Years of Fear. It is written by San Antonio native Lorenzo Gomez III. Students have written true stories based on their mental health struggles and will perform those stories on stage today. The stories they wrote have been inspired by those of the author, written to his younger self.
After every chapter, I write a letter from adult me to 12-year-old me. And this was a tool I picked up going through therapy for years. And so I wanted it to be a model that anyone could copy for free. And so watching these students do something similar was so inspiring, because they're getting a tool that I wish I had had 25 years ago to start on this journey for mental health that they don't even know they're on.
CAST schools said more donations are needed to adapt all 9 chapters. The goal is to also obtain a designation for it to be performed in a Texas UIL one-act theater competition.
A lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
So take a look at 2-year-old Jameson. He can finally hear his mom's and his dad's voice. After the break, they join us live to discuss their emotional journey.
Look at that face. Plus, how a $900,000 grant will be used to improve the Via bus system here in San Antonio.
So these are his cochlear implants, and I'm just setting up to start connecting him to the computer. So now we're going to take that automatic measurement where it's similar to how he had a hearing test when he was little. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side where we measure his nerves or responses to the cochlear implant. So the first thing we're going to do is just going to connect to see how that magnet sits. So his hearing nerves were essentially asleep, but probably for a good portion of his life he wasn't hearing all of the sounds that you and I hear. Yeah, that was it. Hi, basketball. I saw that. Good job. Good listener. That's right. More. He will be able to hear them now with cochlear implants. He's going to be able to hear a lot softer, and most importantly, all of those speech sounds, so that he's able to have every access to learn to talk.
Hey, Jameson. Yeah. Oh, Jameson.
Our goal is for them to meet their typical hearing peers, is our goal, and to provide support, any way possible that we can do that. You found my sound! He did really well today for his first day hearing with his cochlear implants. Really his first day hearing people's voices. He may have heard some loud sounds with his hearing aids, but today was his real first day of hearing. It was a very exciting time, and you never know how kiddos will do. Sometimes they can be a little overwhelmed or scared, but he was really brave. And not only that, but he was playing musical instruments. He was talking a little bit using his voice, which was really exciting. He was listening to his his mom and dad and finding their voices. All of those are really great way to start off his new hearing, his better hearing. So we're really excited for him.
Yay! That's right! Hi, dinosaur! Good job! You heard it! You heard it!
And you are watching 2-year-old Jameson. He is the son of one of our executive producers here at KSAT.
Jason Foster and his wife now join us. They've gone through quite a journey, and their experience has been an incredible one. And so a lot of parents are watching this, wanting to know what this experience was like. First off, good morning to all three of you. Hi, Jameson. Hi. Can you wave?
Morning.
Wave, Jameson.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Or
Hi,
eat snacks.
Bea.
Either one. Either one is good.
Well, hi, Jason. Hi, Bea. Can you start? Oh, good morning. Can you start with the beginning of your journey with Jameson? He was born, right before the pandemic, and we understand in some routine testing, doctors initially thought that Jameson had fluid in his ears.
Yeah, so he was born at the end of 2019, and he failed his newborn screening that they do at the hospital before they let you go. And so we took him to a pediatrician. They figured maybe it was just fluid that was left in his ears from the labor, from the birth. So there was really no sense of urgency for the hearing test. So as time went on, we started to notice that he wasn't responding to noises like our daughter did when she was younger. So he wasn't hitting those milestones. And so then we finally did have him tested, and he started failing. He failed most of his hearing tests. And so then we met with Sunshine Cottage, which is an organization that works with the hearing impaired. And they started helping us with, hearing aids and things like that, and the next steps to do.
So I understand that the doctors wanted to do hearing aids, but for some reason those didn't work out too well. So kind of take us, for parents who are dealing with this, kind of take us through the process of the cochlear implants, kind of a little step by step here.
With the cochlear implants, so I guess different programs take different steps. With Sunshine Cottage, they really helped us first figure out what the issue was. So not every child is born with profound deafness. Jameson was born with profound deafness. Other children maybe only have hearing loss in one ear. It could be the right or the left. And so the process is to try to determine how profound is the deafness. With Jameson, his was profound, and so they wanted to try first hearing aids to see if that would help him hear some. But his, from the beginning, they knew was profound, and they knew that the hearing aids would probably not assist him much. And so the step is always to try the hearing aids first and then move on to cochlear. So it was a step, and it took a while because of the whole COVID situation. A lot of things were delayed, but Sunshine Cottage was very helpful in assisting us step by step until we finally were able to do the cochlear implants.
And Jameson had surgery 2 weeks ago. So after surgery and after the cochlear implants were activated earlier this week, we saw in the video that Jameson did really well with the implants, and he looks, pretty happy right now. Tell us how the experience has been, the rest of this week.
Oh, it's crazy. Like before he would watch cartoons, but now he's like really into them because he hears them. I was telling my wife, his toys now are practically new toys because they made sound, and now he hears the sound from them. It's just been really
his attention to things has increased. We take for granted some of the milestones that our children go through when they're first born in that first year. And he, for the first time yesterday, began to babble, which was something that he had never done before. He is now adjusting to hearing his own voice, and so he's curious about what does that sound like? And so that's been really, really nice, is hitting those milestones and hitting them so quickly after the implant surgery and the activation of his receivers. that's been really amazing. And we're really looking forward to every single day adjusting to the new normal.
I was going to say, with the quick time we have left, just give me your emotions, your reaction when you realized the first time that he could actually hear those noises and actually get a sense of what was going on around him.
It was awesome. I mean, it's such a long road. Like she said, everything was delayed because of COVID, getting into the hospitals. But now waiting for that moment since the day that he was born has been amazing. I mean, when he was born, we knew something was wrong. And so it's just been a roller coaster. And we finally, it feels like a 500-pound tiger has been lifted off your chest, really. Because now we know that even for safety issues, he can hear someone saying, hey, there's a fire, or he can hear if there's a shooting going on, he can hear a car, someone honking, all of those things he can hear now. And for us as parents to know that now there's security in his hearing and being able to hear danger, it's everything.
Well, Jason and V, thank you so much for sharing your story, your emotional story, and very personal. Thank you for sharing it with all of us. And, we look forward to seeing Jameson as he continues to get used to his implants.
And you should know that I'm sure there's a lot of parents across San Antonio that have seen this and have seen your story and now have some hope for their child if their child is in a similar situation. So it's worth sharing, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And then Jameson was waiting.
Bye, Jameson.
There. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Look at it, is it nap time?
No.
Oh.
There he goes. Bye.
For some of us, it's nap time, Jameson, So
yeah, 9:38.
So, yeah.
I'm sure it's nap time for somebody. Taking a look outside with live cam, we're at 81 degrees. Things heating up, but chances of rain. I forgot. Football Friday.
It's Football Friday. Yeah, we do have some chances of rain in the forecast. And by the way, watching the videos of kiddos here for the first time never gets old. It never does. That's an incredible story. Thanks for sharing with us. And let's look at the radar. Steph mentioned some of the rain out there. They're along the Texas coast, Houston, Galveston, down to Corpus. That's where we're seeing the rain right now. We'll see some of that work its way towards San Antonio a little bit later this afternoon. A little piece of energy working through the atmosphere, and that should help us generate some of those showers. I will warn you, mold's jumped up today. It's in the moderate category, 540. Pigweed is low at 10. Looks like that little bit of rain that we did see yesterday helped to stir up some of the mold. Ida is churning out in the Caribbean. It's looking better and better, although it's starting to interact with Cuba. So it's going to weaken maybe a little bit as it moves across the western half of Cuba there. But as it moves back into the Gulf of Mexico, we are expecting some intensification as it moves towards Louisiana. We'll give you some updates on that coming up here in just a few minutes. Our forecast today, 20% chance noontime, 40% chance of some downpours 3 p.m. through about 7 p.m. and then rain chances will start to fall off a little bit. Look for highs in the mid-90s today with easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Earlier this summer, Congressman Joaquin Castro announced $900,000 for a new Via Bus program that will help blind or riders with disabilities find bus stops and learn of arrival times.
It's an app that uses audible GPS to plot your route of where you need to go step by step.
Sarah Costa spoke with a blind Via Bus rider about why this technology is more than just a regular GPS app.
Via will launch a new program to help not just blind riders, but all riders, help them use its bus system. It's a mobile app called Navilens. The app uses audible GPS to plot your route of where you need to go step by step. Once the user gets to the bus stop, there will be signs with the Navilens QR codes. The user can point their phone at the code and it will instruct you if you are at the correct stop. The codes can be registered 12 times the distance in other QR codes, and it doesn't have to be captured straight on. The user can capture it on the side or just part of it, and it will be read. Athalie Malone has been riding Via buses for 40 years and has been blind for 14 years. She is on the board of trustees for Via. She says this app will give riders like her more independence when it comes to getting around San Antonio.
Right now, a blind person can ride the bus with a GPS system, probably from Google, but Google will not tell them where the bus stop is. It can get them in the vicinity, and then they would have to get to the bus stop. Try and figure out if that's the correct bus stop by listening for the buses. This will accomplish even more for them.
Earlier this summer, Congressman Joaquin Castro requested $900,000 in federal funds for the annual Congress budget to help put up the needed signage with QR codes for the program at the over 6,000 bus stops in San Antonio. The funds passed in the House of Representatives and are currently in the Senate. A pilot study for Navilens will launch this fall, and VIA hopes to have the program in place in the future. I'm Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
It is now 9:42 and 82 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9. Another huge night in high school football. Look at some of the big matchups tonight after the break.
The Friday night lights are back on and they are shining bright. We're getting ready for a full slate of big game coverage tonight.
RJ is back to break down the busy high school football schedule and some of tonight's action.
Oh yeah, we are just getting started here. By the way, how awesome were those streams last night? I don't know if people got the chance to download the app, but you can watch all these game streams, crystal clear picture, some great announcers. Yeah, it was really cool. I saw the Brandeis O'Connor game there last night. Really, really good stuff and quality stuff there as well. So let's kind of run down, guys, real quick, some of the games that we have going on tonight as we get really kind of going with some high school football action. And we got some pretty big ones here. Let's check this out. Smithson Valley versus Warren. That's where David and I will be tonight at Gustafson Stadium. We're going to be doing a pregame tailgate party there. Check that out on KSAT.com. That's going to be around 6:25-ish, right during the sportscast with Larry Ramirez. So check that one out there. And of course, our big game of the week, Reagan versus Brennan. I mean, the skill on that field for that game at Ferris Stadium is going to be unreal. The top two teams in our KSAT's top 12. All right, let's move on here to another big game here. YMLA, Young Men's Leadership Academy. Congrats to them. They're starting off their second season. And of course, last year they had some COVID things going on. So this is really going to be their first full season. Good stuff there. They're taking on Randolph. David, DeSoto versus Judson. Boom. What do you think about that one?
Wow.
State powerhouses right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff.
We'll
DeSoto
like
coming down to Converse.
It's a long ride for DeSoto.
It is.
All
right, let's check out some other ones here. Laredo Alexander taking on Roosevelt. Coach Matt Carroll has done a great job with the Rough Riders, looking to get off to a good start there. A really intriguing matchup here, Bernie versus Alamo Heights. Bernie has one of the top quarterbacks in the city. You may have not heard of him, Rashawn Galloway. He's also a five-star prospect in baseball too. So Rashawn Galloway doing some big things there.
That's always a good matchup, though.
You love it. Yeah, that's a great matchup there. Sneaky, really good matchup there. Speaking of another big matchup here, we have King taking on Lanier. That's at the Rockpile Alamo Stadium. The Vokes, love that nickname. That's one of the best nicknames in all of our area. The Lanier Vokes. Love it. All right, Southwest taking on Central Catholic across the street. Central Catholic's loaded. They got one of the top quarterbacks in the city, also one of the best offensive lines taking on Southwest there across the street at Benson Stadium. Moving on to some other games here, we got Divine versus Highlands. You love this nickname, David, right? The War Horses.
Yeah, I like that. Divine War Horses.
Yeah, that's a good one there as well. So that one's taking place at the Sports Complex, SAISD Sports Complex. We got McCullum taking on South San. Nice matchup there. And just checking out a few more. Medina Valley taking on Southwest Legacy. That's going to be a fun matchup. Jefferson taking on Harlandale at their Harlandale ISD Stadium. And then we got Brack versus Somerset. David, the Brackenridge Eagles, Willie Hall retired, so they have a new coach. And Somerset, Coy Detmer's the coach there now.
Coach there, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I know you've done a lot with Sonny Detmer and the Detmer family. So
yeah,
good
Ty
stuff.
Detmer. I got to hold a Heisman Trophy one time.
Oh,
Ty Detmer.
There you go.
He weighs a lot.
I imagine.
They're football players, so it wasn't too much for them.
Yeah, that is a
real quick,
legacy
talk about the apps again, where they can find us.
Yeah, so again, make sure, guys, to download the BGC app. It's on the Google Play. It's also on iTunes. And again, that's where you're going to have all of our games that we're going to be streaming. We're going to have all of our scoreboard schedules, all the highlights, and the preview show that Larry and Greg did yesterday kind of gets you ready for the big weekend. And again, David and I are going to be out there. Gustafson Stadium, Smithson Valley.
Gus Stadium. We'll be there for the 6:20, and then we're going to do a live stream at 6:30. So come by and we'll put you on camera.
Yeah.
Just wave and say hi.
David's asking for concession food. So anyone?
Can't go wrong.
Hopefully people will help you guys out.
No,
Thanks,
nothing
RJ.
better than a stadium dog.
Yeah, or popcorn.
But some
nachos.
aren't having them right now. They got packaged food because of COVID. So
well, hopefully that's good food.
All right, Justin.
You'll get your fill. Don't worry.
I don't want it raining on my dog, though.
No, let's look at the football forecast.
Here we go.
Yep. You never miss us here.
Snap is up. The kick.
Always good. The forecast, 98 kickoff, 86 halftime. It's going to be hot. There is a chance for some downpours, though. About a 40% chance at sunset around 8:01. That's South Texas football weather, right? We don't get the good cool downs for Friday Night Football, at least not for another couple months. As we look at the live radar, we've got some showers and storms just off the coast. Those will work their way inland a little bit later, and we'll see some energy coming inland as well. That should kick off more showers and storms as we get into the afternoon. See a couple of showers down there around Victoria, but nothing here around San Antonio yet. And in fact, we're just seeing a few clouds, lots of sun at this hour. Here's a look at the forecast. It does show that by 2 o'clock, we're starting to see some activity bubble up here. Pretty similar to yesterday, although I think the coverage may be a little bit better today. And then as we get into the afternoon, isolated showers and storms around the area, and things will die down tonight before we see more showers and storms tomorrow. About another 40% chance on your Saturday. After Saturday, though, rain chances do fall off. We get some drier air starting to work in on the backside of Ida, and we'll give you the latest on Ida here in just a second. 93 this afternoon, 40% chance of rain between 3 and 7 o'clock, as we mentioned earlier. That's kind of the window when our rain chances will be at their best. Outside right now, starting to see some clouds develop. 80 degrees, mostly sunny. Dew point is at 73. Feels like 84. And looking at the satellite picture, you can see some of those clouds beginning to show up, and we'll get more of this as the morning wears on. 82 Kennedy, 82 Gonzales, 83 Cotulla, 81 in Uvalde. And forecast highs today, a little cooler than yesterday because of clouds and that potential for some rain, but still heat index values could go into the 100s, especially south of San Antonio. Here's a look at the current setup. Little disturbance rolling through. That's why our rain chances are enhanced today and tomorrow. And then down in the Caribbean, we have Ida. Tropical storm right now, winds at 65, gusting to 75. Looks pretty good here, but it will start to interact with Cuba and then probably weaken just a little bit before re-strengthening as it moves off to the northwest. Category 2 storm, potentially, and then working its way into Louisiana as a Category 3 storm. Winds up over 100 miles per hour for sure, and then moving inland. Still potentially is Category 3 before weakening and then moving up towards Tennessee, another area that does not need rain. But there are hurricane watches out for parts of Louisiana. Storm surge is going to be big on this one. We're talking 7 to 11 feet. That could go higher. This is just preliminary numbers here. Places like New Orleans and there along the coast of Louisiana are going to get hit pretty hard with this one, unfortunately. 40% chance rain next couple days, 20% chance there on Sunday, and then drier and hot next week on the backside of that hurricane. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back. Real quick, we want to wish Justin a happy birthday. Yay, 39 years young.
Thank you.
We're not used to having you here because you're usually covering hurricanes, but
thank you very
that
much.
Was a quick picture of Justin's beautiful family, and then you saw a picture of some of his coworkers. But yeah, happy birthday.
You guys are very kind. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And have a great weekend.